It is day 15. Welcome back. If you're new, you can start the 21 day. It's never too late. It's day one for somebody every day of the year. So you can go back and look at day one. The playlist will be in the link or at the end of the video. So day 15 is about learning from others. And it may seem like, did we do a video about that? I don't think we did to this degree. It's very quick, just a few things that I've learned, especially if you're like me. I'm not a know-it-all, but once I find some information or I think I know what I need to know, I become a little bit closed off with learning more. But the main thing that I've learned, number one, is that I avoided a lot of costly mistakes by learning from others, especially when it came to pricing. It's very easy to either underprice or overprice or, just have a desire of a number that we just pull out the sky of something that we want. And there's nothing wrong with that. But a lot of times it can cost you business and it can cost you sales if you really don't know how to value your product or service and where to place it. And learning from others that have done what you've done is so valuable. I mean, they already have a roadmap for us. Why not follow it? Don't shy away from that. And there's ways to do it where you don't have to actually know the person that you're learning from. And I'll get into that later, a few resources that I think are valuable. The second benefit is gaining new perspective. As a solopreneur, we can get stuck in our heads and only want to do something one way. This is how I do it. I'm not going to change. And sometimes I think we know there might be a better way and easier, but we don't want to have to learn something all over again. At least I don't. I don't want to invest the time to maybe actually save my time and make my life easier because I just don't have any other perspective to draw from. That's where others can help, and they don't even have to be in your niche. I remember reading that a photographer learned better time management skill from somebody that he knew that owned a bakery. Those are two different worlds, bakery, photography. But something that this baker was doing to manage their time, to be able to bake and have the type of inventory that they needed for their customer, this photographer was able to apply it to scheduling and photographing with clients. And so, yeah, sometimes things come from where we least expect it. I think the important thing is that if somebody is in business and an entrepreneur, there's something to be learned from them if we have access. And notice I said access. So what do we do when we don't have access? Some ways to learn from others if we don't have direct access is to read books. Read books from successful entrepreneurs. There are so many books and we don't have to buy them all. There's an app called Libby. I don't know if I think it's nationwide in every state. You just have to have a library card at your local city library or a county library, and you can upload the audio version of the book and reserve it and listen to it instead of having the expensive Audible if you're trying to save money. So that's a way to learn from some entrepreneurs. Of course, there's always podcasts, and there's so many of them, it's hard to weed through them. There's a few that I thought were perfect for me because of the title of it, and when I listened, they just didn't really resonate. So just keep checking. Eventually you'll find, I would say all you need is 2 or 3 podcasts. And I have a few saved that I just go back to over and over, and they also can help keep you motivated. Another one of my favorites is follow and listen to thought leaders in social media. Gone are the days where you have to listen to a 2-hour lecture or a TED Talk. Again, there's nothing wrong with TED Talks. I love TED Talks, but when you are in a time crunch and you find a few people who you like, they usually have a bunch of reels or content that might be a minute long that you can get a quick little nugget and learn a lot from if you listen to them all the time. So utilize social media. It's a great resource. And if you're looking for some books, I will put together some book lists. But off the top of my head, I would say You Are a Badass at Making Money by Jen Sincero or Sincero. I'll leave it in the description, that book. I don't make any money off of it, but I just want to make sure that I got her last name right. Another book is Believe It by Jamie Kern Lima. She talks about her struggles as an entrepreneur, solopreneur, starting out and then ending up with $1 billion businesses, and her struggles with self-doubt and basically all the things that we go through and talk about. So it's a great read because it's really relatable. That's it for today. Again, thank you for joining me. I'll see you again tomorrow on day 16. Keep locking it in. We're going to do it. We're locking in our business. We're pushing through even though it gets tough, right? Yeah, we're going to do this. Bye.